Pro. I can now draw. It looks great. It feels great. It smells great. It has an Apple Pencil. Con. It is so expensive. My eyes are bleeding. Hi. Welcome back. If you've been hanging out this channel for a while, you may know that in summer of this year, I bought a new iPad, a new budget iPad that works with the Apple Pencil, and I returned it because the screen of this iPad was not laminated and I did not like the feel of it. I didn't like how it worked with the Apple Pencil, and I ended up returning the whole thing. But being a graphic designer, I always felt I was missing out on not having an iPad Pro with the stylus, because there's no stylus that is better than the Apple Pencil. That's just an undisputed fact. It's just, okay, maybe it's disputed, but from where I'm reading it, people love it. There's no cons to it other than the price. Then I went online and I checked out all the reviews for the new Apple iPad, and I just thought, no, it's so expensive, and it's just... I kept watching videos about it and I kept reading reviews about it, and people were just floored on how beautiful this iPad is. So after spending exorbitant amounts of money on the new Apple Watch, the new iPhone XR, and some AirPods, of course, I went to the Apple Store on the weekend and I bought this and this. So sue me. Well, it wasn't that easy actually, because they sold me the wrong iPad. They sold me the Apple Pencil 2 and the 10.5-inch iPad from last year. That doesn't work with the Apple Pencil 2. And I didn't notice it until I was in the car. Half an hour later, my husband was driving, and I just opened the bag to look at my new acquisition, and well, it was the wrong iPad. Luckily, they had charged me the wrong iPad on the card too. So, but they had given me the 64 10.5 cellular iPad, which is only $30 different from this one. So that's why I didn't notice it at the end. And they had put that in the bag. I didn't even see it. Not this one, the other one. Anyways, I'm in the car now. 40 minutes away from the Apple Store, with the wrong iPad and the wrong pencil. And it's 5 o'clock Saturday night, and I'm like, I need to fix this right now. So I went to a different Apple Store, which was kind of on the way, and told them the story, and they exchanged it, and I ended up getting this and kept the Apple Pencil. So that's the story. I guess there's so many Apple models that they made a mistake. The guy, you know how it is at the Apple Store, they have this phone and they type in what they want, and then the runner comes from the warehouse and brings them what they want, and they put it in the bag. And I don't have a clue. I just should have clued in if he said to me, do you want the white one? And I said, silver, yes. Meaning he meant space gray and I meant silver, but he actually gave me a white one. So forget it. Anyway, I now have this, or rather, I now have these two. I did an unboxing yesterday. I'm gonna do the quick unboxing here, and I'm talking over it, and then we'll talk about what I like and what I don't like so much about this iPad Pro 11-inch. All right, let's unpack this thing. Since the original video clip, the voiceover was just terrible. Okay, let's unwrap this. The cellophane, crinkle, 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 and here it is. This time not wrapped in a clear plastic, but in some kind of a milky one. And oh my goodness, this thing is heavy. I did not expect it to be that heavy. All right, take the wrapper off. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, beautiful. It's just so nice and smooth, and I got the box the wrong way. And here are all the papers, whatever you need, the cable, USB-C. Yeah, USB-C, that is the new thing. And brick and put it back. And let's put the papers back in. No, we don't. Put the stickers, whatever. Close it. Tuck, tuck. Done. And then put the lid on the box and let's open this pencil. Yeah, more cellophane. And what is in the box? There's this handy tab. You pull it and out comes more papers. Yay! And there's no stickers in it, I can tell you that already. And the pencil itself is quite heavy, actually. I'm surprised how heavy it is. And another wrap around the pencil. And here we have the pencil. All right, now we're here with the new iPad 11-inch in silver, because everything is silver. My iMac is silver, my watch is silver, my iPhone is silver. I didn't want it space gray. It's the Pro look. In fact, the new Apple Mini doesn't even come in silver anymore, but whatever. This thing is like super duper thin. Okay, pros and cons. Let's do the same thing that we did with the iPhone. The pros and cons. Pro, is this really, really thin? Con, it is so thin that it may break quite easily. The glass is thin, the metal is thin, everything is thin to keep the weight down, to keep the volume down. It may be too thin. So it is thin and light, but you will need a case in order to keep it safe. Probably. So that's the con. And the con for that is that right now, there's nothing out there. Pro, the Apple Pencil is now magnetically attached and always stays on the iPad and charges while it's staying on the iPad. You don't have to plug it in the bottom anymore. There's no caps you can lose. There's no more any movable parts on this thing other than the tip that you can replace. But that really doesn't come off that easily. So this is a pro. The con is that only does Apple Pencil work. So if you already had an Apple Pencil with a previous iPad Pro, they don't work together. So you have to buy, if you want to draw on this thing, if you want to use the Apple Pencil, you have to buy this and the Apple Pencil. And because it's so bloody delicate, you will have to pay for Apple Care too, or some kind of an insurance. So the price of this puppy is getting up there. So anyway, Pro, it is an iOS device. Super easy software. It cannot wreck anything. You can get viruses or whatever. It's great. But that's also the con. It is an iOS. It is not Mac OS. It's very limited in use. You cannot really replace a laptop with it. So Pro, it's easy to use because it's an iPad. Con, it limits the usability in certain areas. Pro, it now has a USB-C cable which for me is a con. Okay, why is it a con for me? Why is everybody raving about this and for me it's a con? In theory, USB-C opens up the world of accessories. USB-C is not a proprietary cable anymore that Apple owns. USB-C is used, other companies use it. GoPro uses USB-C to charge their devices. The Nintendo Switch uses USB-C. You can add a monitor, an external monitor to your iPad. You can connect a camera to your iPad. You can do a bunch of things with it. But now I have another cable. I have a watch that you can only charge with the little charging pack that comes with it. I have an iPhone cable, which is a lightning cable. And now I have an iPad, which needs its own separate cable as well. So now I have 3 cables that I have to bring with me if I want to go on a trip and I want to charge my devices. So anyway, what I was trying to say is USB-C is useful for certain things, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt for other things. I'm probably ignorant about it. I will get used to it. Maybe next year the new iPhones will come out and they all have USB-C, and then we all can put a rock on it and say, okay, USB-C is now the future, and let's get used to it. Whatever. And even though you can connect external hard drives to this thing now, these external hard drives are only in limited use because you can only transfer pictures here, from here to there. So, I don't know. USB-C, it's all hyped up, but it's not there yet. It's just iPad is an iPad. It's an iPad. It's an iPad, and as such, it's a closed environment, and it's really, really hard to make things work. The next Pro, Apple makes a beautiful keyboard case. There's a bunch of little magnets in the back here, and you put that on, and there's the port on the bottom. You can see these 3 dots. The keyboard connects with it, and they talk to each other. You don't have to go through Bluetooth. It's just, it connects, it works. There's no battery charging for the keyboard. It just works. And it costs $269 bloody in Canadian. So it's what, 230, 229, 200 something. 200 bloody too many dollars for a keyboard that is made with cloth. Okay, what problem do I have with cloth keyboards? I'll show you. Cloth keyboards are made out of cloth, and as such, they're really hard to clean. So this is a keyboard I've been using for a while now, and okay, I need to say something. I'm using makeup. My face is covered in foundation to make it appear even toned, and it's also, I use that as my sunscreen. But when you have makeup on your face, it gets everywhere. And sadly, it gets in your hands because you touch yourself and then you touch your keyboard, and these keys are really hard to clean. And it's pretty much the same material that Apple uses. It may not be the same material that Apple uses. Even if it was easy to clean, $269 when you already paid $1,000 for the iPad itself. Okay, it's Pro, and yes, I'm a pro, I'm a graphic designer, but sorry, I can't really justify that expense. The Pro, it comes with a keyboard case. Con, it's too bloody expensive for what you get. The new Apple Pencil is shorter. There's no more parts that you can lose. It attaches magnetically to the iPad. It charges wirelessly from the iPad. But it is now more expensive, $169 versus $129. We're talking Canadian dollars here because I'm not a currency office. And the tips are now also not included in the package anymore. You have to buy them separately. They're like $20, $30 for 3 or 4 of them. So yeah, expensive. I did buy the 64 gigabyte iPad, and I'm already thinking I should have gotten a bigger one. I'm already spending that much money as well. I'm not sure yet. I'm not planning on putting movies or videos on there that I'm watching offline. This is mostly an online consumption device, or for drawing or editing things. I'm not going to keep tons of data and information on there. That's not what it's supposed to be. This is just a companion device to my iMac. I'm going to use this on the couch. I'm going to use this when I'm on a trip. I'm going to use this, but it's not replacing something. This is just in addition to. So we'll have to see. The nice thing about buying an iPad now is because the Christmas season, I have time to think about it until the beginning of January. And if I change my mind, if I see I'm gonna run out of space between now and Christmas, I can go back to the store, return this, and get a bigger size for it. Case wise, I'm trying to get a case right now, but other than the $100 and something case that Apple offers, there's really nothing available that allows me to charge my pencil at the same time. There's a lot of cases out there that are like hard shell cases that you push in and then they wrap around the edges, but I want to be able to store my Apple Pencil with my iPad at the same time. So I need a case. It's magnetically attached on the outside, and then you flip it over and close it. These are not available yet. I'm hoping at the end of the month something's coming out. I'm not spending $100 something from Apple to get the same thing that I get from China for $20. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know if I find it and how it works. Shape. I was initially a bit disappointed when I saw the leaked images of the new iPad Pro coming out, and they had these really straight edges. I was never a fan of the looks of the iPhone 4, 4S, 5, 5C, and the iPhone SE. I was never a fan of that brick look. I like the rounded edges. Since the 6 came out, I just like that look. The iPad did never have that rounded edge look. The iPad was round on the underside, and then it was, and it ended up, it was almost like shaped like a U. Now they went back to the angular design. Again, at the beginning I thought, I'm not gonna like this, but I have to say it holds like, you know, a magazine, a little booklet. It holds like that, and it's comfortable to hold. And the fact that you can attach this Apple Pencil to the side is just worth so much, in my opinion. So I can live with this. There's another reason I didn't go with the black or with the space gray or whatever it's called. When you scratch aluminum that is colored, what you see underneath the scratch is this color. So I'm not buying anything in a color and then I see a scratch and I see this color. It's just the most durable finish that Apple sells. So that's another reason why I went with silver. The screen. Let's talk about the screen for a minute. If you remember, the reason why the iPhone XR had been bashed so much when it first came out was that the screen resolution, the PPI, pixels per inch, was only 326, which is still really, really good. But it was nowhere near the 400 and something that the super OLED screens, the super Retina screens that the iPhone XS and XS Plus had. So people were kind of poo-pooing it and, oh, it's just a low res screen. I don't want a low res screen. And then the iPad Pro came out. And so I'm looking at the keynote, and they're talking about the screen, and they say 264 PPI. And I'm like, excuse me? 264 PPI? Well, they were ranting and raving about the 326 that it wasn't enough, and now you're going to give me a big screen with only 264 PPI? So I was kind of worried because I bought into the hype. Well, the screen is fabulous. With glasses, without glasses, I don't see no separate pixels. It's all beautiful. It's bright. It doesn't hurt my eyes. It's not blurry in any way. The ProMotion, by the way, okay, it's beautiful. Stop worrying about PPI. Trust. When Apple says it's a Retina screen, just that's all you need to know. You don't worry about it. It's fine. This screen is fabulous, and everybody says it's fabulous. So it's kind of like, what? Whatever. So while we're talking about the screen, why don't we talk about Face ID for a moment? I have it on the iPhone XR. I already tried it out last year on the iPhone X. I loved it. I think it's great. It's great for driving. It's great for wearing gloves. It's great for a lot of things. It's great for unlocking the phone or paying with your face, and you don't have to fingerprint, or it's just great. So on this one, it's great too, and it works in every orientation. Doesn't matter how you're holding the thing. As long as you don't cover the camera, it's fine. And when you cover the camera, the iPad tells you, hey, you cover the camera. It lift up your finger so I can see you. So it's great. It's no more fingerprinting. It's no more. So it's the unlocking process compared to the other one, the iPad mini that I had. It's just much more flawless. It's just you look at it and it opens up. So that's definitely a pro. The con is that if you are worried about little infrared light shooting at you with your face, you may not like this idea. That's not really a con in my book, but if you're health conscious and you're worried about laser beams shooting at your face, then maybe the Face ID is a minus, but in my book, it's great. Love it. Now, the size. This is the 11-inch. I didn't want the big one because this is already huge to me. I'm coming from an iPad mini. My iPad mini was a great size for reading in bed. And that was it. For everything else, the iPad mini is just too small. I downloaded a magazine yesterday from the public library. This is a great size to read a magazine. Yes, it's not exactly the size of a real magazine. It's a little bit smaller. But if you are looking at a recipe and you want to see a recipe more, it's too small, you just type in and you see it in big print and you type back out. Size wise, I think this will work for most people. It's small enough to carry easily even in a purse, but it is big enough to enjoy a magazine as it is supposed to look, like big and glossy. Now, I'm not usually somebody who reads magazines, but these are free, downloaded from my library. Why not? I copied some recipes because I like to cook. So screen size is a pro and it's also a con because this puppy is big. So if you're looking for something to read in bed, not on the couch like this, but in bed like this thing falls on your face and you're dead. If you're looking for a device to read in bed and when it's dark, get a Kobo or a Kindle. It's like what, $100 and something, and that works for me really, really well. There's a review about the Kobo on my channel. Next pro, the sound. The speakers are amazing. There's 4 of them, 2 here and 2 here. It's so good. The problem is when you're holding it like this, you're covering half of the speakers up. So that's a con. For me, for movie watching, it would have been better if the speakers would have been on the whatever. You may hold it like this or put it in a stand. I don't know. It's just a little thing that I'm thinking, why did they do that? The camera specs, I don't even go there because other than for using it for AR, I will not use this to take pictures because really, no. The palm recognition is fantastic. There is no palm. You can put your arm like you would put it on a pad. Nothing happens. So that's, and we knew that already from the old iPads. This is a fabulous thing. It's the glass screen that's, it's fairly, there's no resistance. So I'm going to try out some screensavers that are called what Paper-like, or just a matte screensaver, like an anti-glare screen protector that I could try out and see if that improves things. But that I think is also adding some graininess and blurriness to the screen. So I'm not sure. I may just want to try to get used to drawing on class and see how it works for me before I go to the next step and add a screen protector on it. Oh, by the way, don't get this without Apple Care. It's like $500 to repair when you pay out of pocket, so don't. So far, these are the few points that come to mind. I wanted to update you. I did spend more money at Apple. I will now have to remortgage my house or sell a kidney or something. Now I want to say something important. This is a small channel. I just got a notification from YouTube that congratulated me on 500 subscribers. Thank you, by the way. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the positive feedback that I'm getting. Every once in a while I get somebody's, whatever. But most feedback is positive. You guys seem to appreciate the style. What I'm doing is I talk to you like you're my friend. My friends ask me, hey, should I get this? Should I not get this? What do you think about it? And I will tell them because they always came to me for tech advice because I'm the one that has all the gadgets. And that's what I'm trying to do here too, just on a broader range of people. So when I'm buying something here, I buy it with my own money because I want to buy it. Not because it's all the rage now and people want to talk about it and people, this is not about clicks. I'm not going to an Apple store and buy an item to review it and then 2 weeks later return it. You will not get that on my channel. When I have nothing to review, there's not going to be any videos, okay? Because I don't have unlimited amounts of cash. My YouTube channel doesn't make any money. This is just me being interested in something personally for me. And then I unbox it and I talk about it and I review it and I rant about it. And if I return it, it's because it sucks. But it wouldn't be because now I reviewed it and now I can return it. That's not really what I'm about. I just wanted to make this clear because I've got now, what, almost 550 subscribers. It's just going so fast. And I wanted to tell you guys that reviews are literally for things that I want to review. Not because I'm a reviewer, not because this is not a tech blog. This is just me talking to my friends about things that I bought. That's all you're getting. So if you want to hang around and see what else is coming down the drain, be my guest. If you're looking for new things and Android things and what, then you're going to wait for a long time because it's not going to come. I may review handkerchiefs, Tums. Whatever comes along, I will review, because if I find something great about it, then I review it. But it's not because that's all the rage right now. So you're not going to find that. I just want to make that clear. I know I repeat myself. I just want to make that clear. So that's all. I'm now going to sit down and play with this iPad. And I'm going to run it through its paces. And I'm going to find out if I love it as much as I do right now, even in 2 weeks. And then in a couple of weeks, I will do an update and see how I like it, if I have bent it yet, if I found a case for it yet, what are the negatives, should you buy it, should you get it for your spouse this Christmas, should you sell your firstborn son in order to buy it, stuff like that. So for now, this is what's at. I thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Bye.